Hey YouTube, so I wanted to do a quick video. So this will be day one of the Dyer Appliance Repair Academy. It's here in, I keep forgetting the city, it's close to Dallas. It's Richland Hills, Texas. And I'm staying here at the Quinta, but I wanted to give a review. So I'm gonna do this every day. I'm doing a 2-week course, and I flew from South Carolina, and just kind of wanted to help some other people out, because when I was trying to look up appliance repair schools, I think the industry is expanding, but from just what I've heard from other professionals that have been in the field for a while and reading things online, there's a huge shortage of just people being in trades in general, but particularly with appliance repair, because it's one of the last trades that you don't have to be licensed. That didn't mean that you be incompetent, but it's one of the last few trades that you don't have to be licensed. And so I'm a registered nurse by trade, but I'm doing a career change. I've done some entrepreneur ventures over the years, but this is one that I really see promise in, because it's a trade, and it's not dependent on anyone else except for me. You know, I mean, outside of some marketing, obviously you need customers, but the more I learn and the more I apply myself, then I see the potential, and it's exciting because I got two little boys. I can teach them as well, and a nephew that I can teach them, or a couple nephews, I guess, that I can teach them the ropes though, and help them learn a trade, and nobody can take it from you. Know, as long as you're healthy and God willing alive, then you can learn this trade. And people always gonna have appliances. The average household in America has 3 to 5 appliances. So whatever city you're in, you multiply 3 to 5 times whatever that population is, and most of those people are going to have some kind of appliance. So there's no shortage of work. But I've been a nurse for 7 years and really just needed something different. Well, I got laid off, so that definitely helped push the issue. But I hadn't been happy for a while in nursing, and just kind of felt burnt out. I was going to do grad school for a while, and my GI Bill stuff was running out, and then I thought I could use vocational rehab to pay for it, and that was just a whole nother animal. So anyway, long story short, I ended up paying myself to come out here to Dyer. It was $2,000. At least that's the price now at the time of me, or maybe a little less than $2,000, like $1,990 or something like that, for 2 weeks. There's some other schools, so I decided on appliance repair for a few reasons. One, I have plenty of appliances in my own house, and even in my community, we have a Facebook page, and people are always trying to, people always have issues going on with their appliances. And so there's a demand. And then for me, listening to other YouTube videos and following people for really over a year, I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing this, even when I was still working as a nurse, just learning another trade that I could be in control of my time, something that's recession proof, and now I guess COVID proof, and something that I could learn the trade, learn the skill, and also show other young men, how to, or young women for that matter. But I got 2 sons and nephews, and but show them the ropes, and then maybe they be able to provide for themselves or their family, not depend on anybody else. Not worrying about getting laid off or anything like that. So I started looking for appliance repair schools, and there's a few. So I paid for the Dyer Academy. Today is day one. I said I'm gonna do one of these videos every day, at least Monday through Friday this week and Monday through Friday next week. And so this course is about $2,000, and then also there's so from what I see so far, Dyer seems to be really good as far as teaching you getting you a really good foundation. The instructor, his name is Eric Hollister. He has been in appliance repair for about 5 years, and he's done some other maintenance things over the years. I think the last 14, 15 years or so, but he's also a veteran. I'm a veteran, he's a veteran, so he's a former Marine, but good guy from what I get from him so far, and really knowledgeable, really down to earth, and he's been able to explain concepts in a way that you can really understand them, and he's not really talking over your head or making you feel dumb. And everybody in the class from different backgrounds. So I was, I'm a nurse, and there's an accountant in the class. There's an engineer that sits beside me. There's a couple guys. They're from Florida, they're brothers, and I think, yeah, one of those guys is an accountant. I forget what the other brother has done. Another guy owns a pressure washing business, but I think he's in Chicago or something where he can only work like half the year or less. So looking for something else to kind of fill in for that income gap. But just all different walks of life. But the instructor's been really able so far to kind of come meet us where we're at in terms of knowledge base and trying to set us up for success. So he's a business owner, and he doesn't. I don't think he actively runs call. Well, he still is a business owner because he owns a recycling company somewhere here in Texas, and then he's a full-time instructor now. But he did that up until I think this past December. He was actively running calls, doing appliance repair. So he built a successful career there, and then now he's just on the instructor side showing us the ropes. But I can't go a lot into the extra curriculum because this didn't have us sound like an NDA or anything, but they had us agree to not, take pictures of the material or do videos of the instructions or record him. Eric, I see I don't know if there's going to be any other lecturers, but he's the head lecturer from what I see so far. But we can't record him either, so we can take notes on what he's presenting. They gave us a workbook I can show you here. Appliance repair fundamentals. And so we got some handouts and stuff too. I will tell you, because this is something I was looking for and couldn't find it. So today's Monday, today's day one, and then tomorrow day two, it's gonna be all book work, all PowerPoints. Just said it in the military, death by PowerPoint. It's a lot of that stuff. No hands-on stuff right now. So today we did basic electricity. We went over Ohm's law, some of that, and then did a little bit of equation work and talked about different types of current, and then we started touching on schematics and some common electrical outlet type stuff, and then that's pretty much it. We did some electronics. That part actually wasn't in the handout material, but we went through probably 10-15 PowerPoint slides about it. And so tomorrow will be more. I think we talk about gas appliances tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we actually start the hands-on stuff, which I think everybody's excited about. The class started at 8 o'clock. If you come here, I highly recommend coming through La Quinta, however you say it. They have a partnership with Dyer Academy, and so I think my room was I think I averaged about $80 a night. I think a few nights is like $76, and I think on the weekend it might be like $94, $96 a night. But they were the least expensive in the area. They picked me up. I called them once I made my reservations. I called the hotel, let them know, hey, I'm with Dyer, and they have some sort of partnership. So they said, perfect, we'll pick you up from the airport, bring me back to the hotel. They picked me up from the hotel this morning. I was downstairs, it was like 7:30, had the driver take me to class. I got there way early, I got there like 15-20 minutes early before class started. They picked me up when class was over, and that was one of the things I was wondering about, like what time was class over? Is it, because somewhere I thought I read 4:30, but maybe that was the point, it was the time at one point, but now it was like between 3 and 3:30. So my driver picked me up, he's been awesome, and brought me back to the hotel, and that's gonna be the routine, the 2 weeks that I'm here, and I don't have to pay anything extra. So like I said, I flew out here, so no transportation. And this La Quinta, I walked to KFC tonight, got some dinner. I brought some food here from home. I got maybe a couple of days of that left. But there's all sort of restaurants around, but there's a busy freeway that's not really ideal for walking, but I guess you could, depends on how adventurous you want to be. But I plan to maybe order a pizza or two and maybe eat on that for a few days, and then maybe eat someplace out this weekend, like wings or something, and then kind of do the same thing the next week, just to try to conserve money, and whatever I eat at night I can take the next day for school. But yeah, that's really it. I know I called before I came and asked, do I need any equipment? I'll say for the most part you don't. Like I said, the instructor is cool. We meet the owner, I think her name is Heather. We meet her on maybe Wednesday or Thursday of this week. and she'll kind of go in, I think, more of the administrative side and also some of the business stuff for people that are wanting to start their business. They said there's 9 of us in the class, and I think it's two guys, or yeah, it's only guys in this class, no ladies, but I think it's 2 people in the class that work for somebody else, and everybody else either already they're already entrepreneurs and have their own business, or they're kind of like me, another career, second phase in life, another chapter in life, and they're going to be starting their own business. So it's only 2 people that are working for somebody, I think, and everyone else is going to be either is or going to be self-employed. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so they said no, just bring yourself, no tools or anything. But our instructor said it would be good to get a multimeter. So if you're watching this and you're getting ready to come to Dyer or thinking about coming to Dyer, I ended up ordering a multimeter from Amazon. I ordered it today. I got Prime and they're doing free next day shipping. So my multimeter will be here tomorrow. And they recommended Klein and I think Fluke is the other brand. And I ordered a Klein, and the one I got, I think it was kind of like mid-grade. It's the one with the amp clamp that our instructor Eric recommended. So I ordered that, and I think it was like $59 plus tax. It might have been like 63 or 65. And it'll be here tomorrow. And then when we start the hands-on on Wednesday, the instructor will go with us, actually using, because most of the class doesn't have a multimeter, or they've never used one, and so he's going to go over. But he wants you to read the manual before, So if I get it tomorrow, read the manual, bring it to class Wednesday. And he's just going to kind of go with us just to get more comfortable with it as we prepare to go in clients' homes. But I'm trying to think what else. If you stay at the La Quinta, I'm not sure when you're going to stay. I like to try to do something active, just for stress relief, if nothing else, and also try to stay active. But the gym here is being renovated. So as of today, August 30th, 2021, the normal gym location is moved to one of the boardrooms that's right across from the front desk, and it's maybe, I think, 1 treadmill and maybe 2 stationary bikes, and then there's like a universal kind of pulley machine, and then like a leg press. But it's ranky dank as hell, just to be honest. The gym at my house is better than this place, but they have a partnership with Fairfield Inn that's supposed to be nicer, and they're not renovating or anything like that. So I hadn't gone over there this morning. I just kind of did some push-ups, squats, and that kind of thing to get the blood flowing. I may try to do something else in the morning, but they have continental breakfast that I didn't eat. I'm not really a breakfast person. And then the room is pretty nice. It's a king-size bed. I mean, nothing crazy. There's like a little love seat. I'm kind of a germaphobe, so I never sit on these little couches here. I don't know what else been done on the couches, but that's pretty much it. Flat screen, and this is like the office area here. But yeah, so that's it, man. I want, like I said, do a quick video for you guys and show you kind of what's going on. And so I'll do a day-by-day little video, I guess you call it a vlog, of what to expect. So this is like my official review, and hopefully it helps people, because I couldn't find anything like this other than like what the actual school does. I think before kids, or I said kids, Lord, I'm about 40 years old, before the students graduate, they have people, I don't know if it's voluntary or what, to do a review, but I couldn't find anything like this, to where people kind of break down and maybe answer some questions that people are asking. And so tomorrow I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of go over what we went over in class. Again, I can't go in like super detail or show you like the actual material, because they had us agree to not do that. So I try to be a man of my word, so I won't do that. But I will just kind of tell you the topics that we talked about, and hopefully it helps you making a decision. Like, so far so good. They're not paying me anything, but if it's good and it can help other people, and then if it helps them as well, it seemed genuine. Like I said, maybe I'm biased too, because I'm a veteran and a veteran is teaching a class, but he's a no BS kind of guy. He wants you to be successful. So I'm feeling good. But yeah, this would be the last video. This would be it for today. And then, like I said, I'll do one tomorrow on Tuesday, August 31st. And I'll try to make it a little bit shorter. I don't have anything like an outline written. I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head what things stood out for me or things that I was looking for when I was looking at an appliance. Oh, that's one thing. I'm gonna say that real quick. So I paid for Dyer. I think it's good as far as teaching the technicals and the hands-on. I also paid for Master Samurai Tech, and it's really good as far as theory. I think it's 14 units. I'm doing the core appliance training. Excuse me, and I think I'm on unit maybe 3 or 4 right now, and it's good so far. It's definitely pretty in depth. I don't know how much of it you'll necessarily applicable for when you're in the field, but in terms of getting you to understand how appliances work, and our instructor is big on that. He's like, if you understand how the appliances work, then you'll understand a lot easier how to actually fix them, which makes sense. I look at this stuff like, you know, being a nurse in medicine in the human body, like everything has its function. You know what right looks like, and so when something's wrong, then it helps you easier identify what you maybe need to troubleshoot. So that's kind of the approach. So I did was trying to give you guys a full picture, so in 2 weeks when I'm perfectly running service calls that you kind of know background and training and stuff. So Dyer for 2 weeks, well, you know, when I get done. Master Samurai is at your own leisure. And I think appliantology, I know appliantology is connected to Master Samurai. I think they're kind of right now, they're like the leader in terms of having service manuals and schematics available for technicians when they get the jobs. And so if you pay for the core class, it's like $690 or $695, something like that. And but you get, if you don't do the certificate model or certificate plan, you get 6 months of appliantology for free. I think it's normally like $297 a year. But if you do the certificate model, which basically the difference is if you do the non-certificate model, you're allowed to score lower on the quizzes and the final exam. If you do the certificate model, I think the non-certificate is like 70. You can score on the quizzes and exam. The certificate model, you have to score 80 on the quizzes and exam. And some employers like Mr. Appliance and I forget the other company. I know Mr. Appliance is one of the main ones. They send a lot of their staff to Dyer to get, not to Dyer, Lord, to, they pay for them to go through the Master Samurai course, and they want a certificate at the end. Me, I'm going to be self-employed, so I don't have to give a certificate to anyone, but if you do the certificate version, you get appliantology free for a year. So no certificate, 6 months, certificate a year, free of appliantology. And that gives you access to forums for forums to ask questions. You can also see previous questions. So, you know, if you got a Samsung dryer you're working on, you can type in that model and see what other technicians have had the same issue. So it's really a collaborative learning effort. And then you can also, like I said, download the schematics, you know, any kind of technician manuals, you can download all that stuff. Our instructor mentioned today that there's he didn't say the name yet, but I think him and the owner are working on a new program that he says comparable in price to appliantology of like $290 something a year. But he didn't tell us the name or anything. And I've already, you know, paid for the Master Samurai course. So at least for this first year, I'll be good, and we'll see how it goes, and I may see how the other program, if it's any better or a little more cost effective. But it's an investment. You can write it off at the end of the year, so that's how I'm looking at it. So so that's the second one. So Dyer Appliance Academy, Master Samurai Tech, and then the third one has been Appliance Bootcamp. So shout out to JT Hustles, because that's how I even heard about appliance repair. JT Hustles had an interview with a guy named Mike Sneed, who has been repairing appliances for over 20 years. And so he was talking about, you know, he's a super successful guy, not like Lamborghinis and all this crazy stuff successful, but like probably successful than most medical professionals. You know, you think about doctors and stuff like that, and I guess it depends on what you define success. So I won't even get into like dollar figures and stuff like that. But somebody that's in control of their time, that can make as much money or little money as he wants. He doesn't have anybody laying him off. Um, he's the boss. So things that he was saying, and he owns his skill. He's always learning, and he has multiple streams of income. You know, from real estate to he has a ice cream shop, not candy corn, but kettle corn shop, and there's all sorts of things that he's doing. But all his business ventures outside of appliance repair they all funded from appliance repair. So that's really what got the wheels turning and kind of got me turned onto a profession. So shout out to him. So I also have his course. So from what I've gone through, I think 93% of the course, and he touches on a lot of the technicals, but not so much in the weeds. Like my nickname when I was younger was Q, because I ask a lot of questions. I need to know why I'm doing stuff. I need to know, not like super in detail, but I need to know why I'm doing what I'm doing to help it make sense. And so his course doesn't get too much into the weeds of that stuff. And he says, I think on a couple of his YouTube videos, and maybe even like 1 or 2 videos in the course, that you can find out how to take an appliance apart by YouTube, which I can agree with. I fixed my toilet and stuff, change headlights and stuff from YouTube. But he teaches you more the business aspect, from, getting started with warranty companies, starting an LLC, to marketing. He sets you up for the business part. And so for me, it's like a three-pronged approach, if you want. If you don't think about it that way, to where I'm using the Dyer, because the Appliance Bootcamp, they have a hands-on portion too. I did the online, and I did the payment option. It's like $90 a month or something like that. But I'm using Dyer for the hands-on, because the Appliance Bootcamps, they have a hands-on. It's like 3 days. I need more time than that. I know me, the way that I learn best. I need to see it done. First, I need to know why I'm doing it, see it done, and then I need to actually be able to do it myself. And so here at Dyer, you learn a lot of the theory, and you get to take it apart. So that's why I chose to come in. And the hands-on is longer than just a few days. You got 2 weeks, 10 days to, I guess 8 days if you deduct the 2 first days of just book work. So you have 8 days as opposed to 4 days to take things apart, ask questions. And the class is small. It says me and 8 other students in the class. But I think Appliance Bootcamp will be invaluable as I get the technical stuff down and start moving into getting the business established, to getting customers. I think I'm not doing it yet, but just other student success and the Facebook group that I'm a part of with Appliance Bootcamp. Tons of successful people. Like anything, you got to apply yourself, but it really seems like Mike Sneed gives you a good roadmap to follow in terms of like getting paid like soon. He's all about not working for anybody else, being able to provide for your family and being the boss. If you look up appliance repair pay, you will see that, at least in South Carolina where I am, the average is like 15 to I think 25 or $26 an hour. And that seems to be kind of standard for a technician. Like, I actually had an interview with Sears before I came out here, because I said, well, maybe I can work with Sears for a few months and, learn from them. Well, one, that Sears didn't have the best reviews. Like, a lot of customers were talking about, at least in the area of South Carolina I'm in, customers were talking about like technicians not being knowledgeable when they showed up to their house. Just not the best experience from multiple like review sites, from Google and stuff like that. And so I don't want to be that guy, especially with it just being me. I want to try to do the right thing, treat people right, provide a great service. So 1, they can be happy. 2, I can get paid accordingly. And 3, so that they can also tell people about the unbelievable service they receive. So that's kind of the background where I'm at. And if you have a similar learning style, I'll let you know. I'm pretty transparent, so you can send me a comment if you got any questions. And I'll kind of just video log this whole journey with the appliance repair. So it's different. I was super nervous this morning with you got the first day of school kind of jitters, if anybody gets that stuff. I do. But just going into totally new territory, you know, from the human body to appliances. And I've always done like medical stuff, so I feel fairly confident in most arenas of medicine because that's my background. But this is totally new, and it's risky, but you know, no risk, no reward. So excited. But that is all. So this video is like 25 minutes. So tomorrow I'll try to make one a little bit shorter, and I'll maybe write down some points before so it can be more concise, and you can get whatever information you're looking for. So I'll do another video tomorrow, day 2. And yeah, hopefully this is helpful for guys looking at appliance repair. Yeah, I think that's it. So you guys be safe, and I will talk to you mañana.